Hello all, my name's Max. Some of you may know me as Quade's brother. I've been coming to Pepster for about 4 months now since I moved up from Fielding. And my relationship with God has been slowly built over the past year or so. And even after starting my walk with God, there was never really one moment that sort of decided it all for me. It was more of a slow walk up a big hill, continuously wondering, am I better off just walking back down to the bottom to what I know? But pushing through to the top and then going, oh, that's what Christianity looks like, that's what God looks like. But obviously after walking a little bit longer, I realized that I'm not at the top of the mountain at all, and I probably never will reach the top of the mountain. But the higher I climb, the more I see and understand, which is awesome. But me and my brother both came to know God. We weren't raised Christians. We had a stepmom who was trying to be, and in hindsight, I think she was new to her faith. But she was trying to get her daughters to be Christian as well. It was my dad, my brother, me, and I guess my baby brother too. But I kind of see it like a blind man trying to lead other blind men and children carrying a baby. So probably wouldn't have been the easiest thing to do for her. And when obviously she fell short and messed up like we all do, that's what me and Quade saw and focused on, and that's what we attributed to Christianity. And we thought that's what a follower of God was, someone that fell short and missed the mark all the time. But in hindsight, I see she was just new to her faith, and that's fine. We all mess up. But me and Quade also came to know God through seeing our first healthy example of a relationship, or healthy relationship. Quade's was Nick and Taz, and mine was my ex-girlfriend Grace, her parents John and Tracy. They were always just really loving to me the first time I went around there. They were really nice, just offering me this and that, being inquisitive, but genuinely inquisitive, not like a, who are you and what do you want for my daughter kind of approach. They were just really nice and loving. And I mean, a lot of people are when you first go around to their house, but with them, it was, people's true colours come out after a while, but with these guys, it was like 7th, 8th time going around there, and they were so benevolent to me, so nice, same calm talk between themselves and their kids, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening here? This is real strange for me, it's messed with me a bit. And so Grace invited me to church, and because her dad pastored a church, because her granddad was going to do a sermon as well. There was a whole family of pastors, so I was kind of trapped. But I ended up going along, and to be honest, the first time I didn't really gel with the pastor or the sermon that was given, but I felt something inside of me like a little while later saying, just go back when her dad's preaching. And so I found myself in there about a week or so later, and I actually really enjoyed it that time. I really connected with the sermon that was preached and the ideas that were preached, and I was like, yeah, it felt like a good place to be. And I actually stayed behind as well and met all the other church members, which only took about 2 minutes because it was quite a small church. But nevertheless, it was like a real cool church and will always be a very integral part of my journey. So I kept going back to church, and that was my first attempt at really getting to know God and giving him a chance. But when I first moved up to Auckland, I got a job with Amnesty International as a street fundraiser. I was the annoying person on the street that stops you on the way to work and goes, hey bro, we've got a minute, and then starts asking you to sign up to stuff. And I struggled a lot in that job when I first started because I was purely focused on the sign-ups, on getting people to donate, and I didn't put any effort or energy into getting to know them first, into getting to know them, build a relationship with them personally. And I had that same approach with God. Initially, I was always asking for this and that, show me where to get this, I want this, how can I get it? Just demanding things of him and never bothering to put effort and time into building a relationship with him through reading his word and getting to know him through prayer and stuff. But to be honest, I'm just a real impatient person, and if I was sort of mid-prayer and it turned into a conversation, I'm probably pretty freaked out. So I'm kind of glad that didn't happen, but I've just been slowly learning to, as it says in Proverbs 3 verse 5, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding, but seek his will in all you do, and he'll make a path straight. So that's what I've been trying to do, and the hardest part about that for me was trusting in the Lord with all my heart. I found myself going, he can have half, he can have 3/4, but I was just reluctant to give him the whole thing. And it wasn't until I heard Andre say at the 360 Lit Camp, a few of us attended, he said, God doesn't want part of you, he wants all of you. He wants all of you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the broken, He wants all of you as you are, without the mask, just who you are. And the thing that was hard for me to give up was the bad side to me. Quade once told me the metaphor of the 2 dogs that live inside you. There's one that's good, the Holy Spirit, and one that's evil, it's sin. And he says the one you feed the most will win. And I guess I've been knowingly, and as much as I dislike admitting it, knowingly feeding that sin for the last 20 years or so, and I've grown quite an attachment to that evil dog, and that evil dog's grown quite an attachment to me. And I guess I didn't realize how hard it had its grips on me until about 8 weeks ago. I went to the Contagious Christian course we had here, and it was the first weekend that I hadn't drunk or smoked drugs since I was 15. And it was a real eye-opener to me to two things. The first was, how attached I was to sin, and how I didn't realize how hard it was to let go until I tried letting go, and I was like, wow. And the second thing it made me realize was that just because God has a perfect plan for us all, it doesn't mean we follow that path perfectly. You know, we all stray and we all deviate at some point. But for me, I feel like I didn't just deviate, I blatantly stopped and turned around. You know, and it was because I was so attached to sin. Like when I was hurt, when I was angry, when I was sad, that was where I went for comfort. You know, that evil dog was comfort to me. And that's why I can indulge in all those things, because I didn't know any better. It was what I knew. It was all I knew, if you will. But one thing that made me spark something different was about a month ago. I thought, you know, if this is the walk to God, if this is the path to God, and I'm denying that and turning away, going this way, who am I walking to? And is that who I really want driving my life? And I guess seeing as I'm standing up here now, you know who I want driving my life. This fella up here. And that's why I've made the decision to not only get baptized, but I've also started studying a Bachelor of Ministry with Laidlaw College, so I can help God transform lives. Yeah. Thanks. So I can, help God transform lives the way He's transformed my own. But I just really wanted to thank Quade for walking with me this journey this last year, you know, just being with me, encouraging me. Carl, I'm not sure where he is, for all the life groups and stuff he's had with us, just being able to throw any question at him, not too big or too small. Norm, for the impact he's had and helping me decide to study. Kira, for helping me craft my story. Will, for always pushing me and motivating me to step up and become a leader at 360. John, Tracy and Grace, though they aren't here, I guess they're the ones that kickstarted me on this journey, and will always be close to my heart. And just everyone here at Bapster, all of you guys that have just shared with me the love and the grace that comes with being a follower. You know, there was no judgment for me coming here, which I was afraid of. Everyone's just loved on me and been graceful and made me feel like this is home. You know, I kind of feel like that's where I am today. I feel like God's called me home. So this is me. I'm just coming as I am, you know, flawed, failed, but loved. And I just want to say thank you. So this is me. This is my story. Cheers, guys.